out during this, it's because I'm currently downloading the show on my PlayStation.
You're a sicko. You're eating that garbage again, playing the show
Yeah,
once more.
they get me every year. Um, the Negro League stuff and the World Baseball Classic stuff really sold it for me. If they hadn't gone there, I probably would just be still playing 22 on my Switch. But yeah, they got me. They got me again. Hand up.
Are you doing Switch again for 23?
No, no, no. I literally
So you're
so
grown
since
up.
I moved in, yes, I'm going back to being a grown up this year. Even though I do love my 30 frames per second,
Yeah, right.
I
You're
so
basically just
it's
playing
funny
FPV
that
Baseball '05 at that point on the Switch.
yes, exactly. But no, like ever since I moved in back in September, I hadn't set my PlayStation up until this week. So it's a big week. Yeah, back to being a grown up. I'm poor. Send me money. We'll start a fundraiser so I can buy a PS5. But um, yeah, got me
What do you
again.
got with? What are you
It
rocking with
happens.
now? PS4.
Yeah, PS4. So
Gotcha.
so
Well,
back at it.
take a couple days, build a respectable enough of a DD squad, and I'll give you the hands. I'll give you a couple days to get your feet wet before I give you the Thrax. And I think he's frozen, which is tough. It's tough that Liam's frozen. He was actually the whole reason the whole conversation came up with the show is he said, "Hey, if I freeze in and out here, my apologies. It's because the show is downloading, and it's wicked awkward now because Jake isn't even on the show this week, folks. Jake isn't even on. I'm gonna go ahead and text Liam. Liam, you froze. That's tough. But no, yeah, Jake is undergoing medical treatment this week, folks. He's getting the toe fixed. If you've been following long enough, he's getting the toe fixed. Sent a picture of the outcome of one of his podiatrist meetings after we said no, don't send it. It was gross as shit, and he officially dropped out there. So I'm gonna take a second to actually. They'll stay out of the episode. Are we
And we're
back?
back.
Alrighty, there we go. Awesome. I saw you froze. I was doing like kind of like oh, and we dropped. I have to do this all by myself. So I'll cut all that out. That's okay. So I'll kind of pick up
Thank
to
you.
where what I was talking about when you froze. So let me just make a note of when you start back up. 3:45. So
Things.
yep. So take time. Do a couple of programs. Do whatever you need to do. But yeah, once you have something resembling a respectable Diamond Dynasty team, I will be giving you the Thrax. Because I've been
Yeah,
grinding like a
good
sicko in
luck,
the show.
buddy. You got that early access.
Like a true sicko. I see. I didn't get it last year. I might be doing like an every other year thing for the show. I went pretty hard in 21. I pulled Trout in 21. I used a lot of my pack luck that year up on getting Fishman. No luck just yet in terms of pulling many. I think I've pulled 2 diamonds, and they were low rated diamonds. Anyways, it was very funny. I have a group chat on Snapchat with my buddies, and we always record whenever we get a diamond. So first one I pulled 86 Ryan Helsley, which is like okay,
Oh, I mean,
cool.
okay.
Yeah, right-handed relief option that I'm just gonna take out of the bullpen after like 2 weeks tops. So I'm like, okay, fine. Need diamonds to complete the live series collection anyways, so we'll take that. Um, and then Alex walks in when I get my second one, and I go, if this is lower than an 86, I'm blaming you, Alex. and it's Max Fried who's an 85. So blame Missy Mopena for no Fishman or no
The
Otani
curse
or exactly right. You
fits.
know,
You're still cutting in and out. I might need to do
I'm cutting in and
some
out.
troubleshooting
So
here.
peek behind the curtain here.
Things
Liam's
aren't
having
going
some
well.
big time internet issues here, so might have to do a little bit more editing. Yep, there he goes. He drops out. So you'll magically hear him cut back in about 2 seconds. I'm actually gonna pop. Gotta actually adjective this thing. So I'm gonna pop out in a second. I have to just move my car because Alex is getting home now from work.
Oh, okay.
So you know what? Take this time, just double check that the internet's all good, and we'll
Yeah, no,
keep
I
going.
paused the download. So
That'll help.
you know,
So all
straight
right,
computer now.
perfect. All right, one moment. Actually, it might be a couple moments, but
Nah, it's all good. Stop and start.
yes. Bike.
We
No
should just
issues?
leave all of this in. first 10 minutes just silence.
Yeah. Mixtape used to do that whenever they had issues. Like Coley wouldn't edit it out. That's very funny.
That is funny. That's a good bit.
So
You're either getting poop talk or radio silence in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah,
of this
just
podcast.
static. Yeah, one way or the other. So, all right, I'll start it back up again in a couple seconds. And he's back. All right. Did we figure that out, Liam? Are we good?
I think we're all set. It was definitely ambitious of me to try downloading.
Well, yeah, you're downloading the
gigabytes.
show.
Yeah,
exactly.
60 gigabytes while we're trying to do a live audio recording here. So
it was
hey,
one.
It's all good. It's not going anywhere. It's still release day. So
that's right. Yep. Up. Big news. Give me a skibbity. Well, we should probably introduce the show first before we go into the big news. I'm Tony. Yeah, exactly. This is Pod on Lansdowne. It's a Red Sox show. I'm Tony Womack, a.k.a. Fitz. I'm with Boston Baseball Enjoyer. Not good Wi-Fi enjoyer, apparently, a.k.a. Liam. Again, I don't know if I'll keep in the part where I talked about Jake in there or not, because that was during the internet fiasco. But Jake is not with us today. He's undergoing medical treatment. Shout out to Jake. Hope he's doing well. Getting the toe fixed. Just a disgusting outlook that he sent into the group chat of that toe. Respectfully, Jake.
Our national nightmare is finally coming to an end.
That's right. So I thought he should have kept the toe pain as a bit, but what are you going to do? So I guess health is important. So yes, we are Pod on Lansdowne. Thank you for tuning in. A show that is officially on the Fans First Sports Network, by the way. So shout out to the Fans First Sports Network. We're a proud member of that. A lot of the SB Nation podcasts have moved over to that. So if you see us plugging that, that's what that is. I'm still writing with SB Nation, freelance with Over the Monster, but Daddy Vox canceled us basically. So
gave us the axe.
Yeah, the true Americans now are at Fans First Sports Network. If you like the show, you can
real patriots.
That's right. Yeah. This has been fact-checked by Certified Patriots. True. If you like the show, you can rate us 5 stars wherever you're listening. Leave a nice little review. We always like to see that. You could also give us a call on our voicemail line, which is 617-420-2431. Any thoughts or questions for the show or regarding the Red Sox, regarding Liam's Wi-Fi, Jake's toe, you name it, drop it down there. We'd love to feature it on the show. Now, give me that skibbity again, Liam.
That
was perfect. That was nice deep. That was like a baritone. Yeah. That was like
thing.
If you just smoked a cigarette there, that would have been a really good one. The big news, according to Jake. So take it with a grain of salt, folks.
Jake's our insider. He's giving us live updates.
All caps text message here. Duran to Worcester. Let's fucking go. Jarren Duran apparently has been optioned, so I guess that answers the question between him and Raimel Tapia for one of the final roster spots with the Red Sox, which is actually a fantastic transition. What do we think? Jarren Duran, not part of the 26-man opening day roster. Your thoughts, Mr. Fennessy?
Well, I mean, after they gave Mayor Wu a locker today in the clubhouse, I mean, there was only one roster spot left. So happy to see it. It's our boy Raimel. Am I pronouncing that right? Tapia? Mr. Tapia. I'll just call him that.
Presumably going to be Mr. Tapia.
One would imagine.
Mr. Chris Cotillo of Mass Live says here, Red Sox have some 40-man stuff to figure out, and they're working on adding from outside to bullpen mix. So no official indication on Tapia, but he played today, meaning he didn't opt out, waiting on more. He adds that it's good news for Tapia in terms of making the opening day roster. And Cotillo himself said earlier this week that in terms of the last positional player making the team, it's Tapia or Duran. And I gotta say, it begs the question, Liam, and I think we mentioned it last week, if Jarren Duran wanted to make the opening day roster, and I understand, obviously, the World Baseball Classic was amazing. It was a blast for everybody. I'm sure that was a very cool experience for him. He didn't really play in the World Baseball Classic, and if
He was the Team Mexico mascot.
if he was on the fence, maybe some run in some competitive games could have helped, or at least in some non-competitive spring training games, just to see some live pitching and in actual game. I don't know. I'm not blaming the guy for going to the World Baseball Classic. I think that's a fair question to ask, though. I mean, if Tapia was playing in spring training and he ends up getting the spot over Duran, you know, injuries could happen. Something can open right up for Duran a week into the season, and this could end up being a moot point. But I mean, you know, we gotta show something in the spring, and Tapia did. To be fair, Tapia didn't have himself.
Did another double today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I liked what I saw from him, and I feel like if that's your fourth or fifth outfielder, you're doing pretty well. I mean, because as far as what we've seen from Duran, and I don't know, maybe you know, totally spitballing. What's he played? Maybe 120, 100, somewhere between 100 and 120 major league games. Nothing's been super impressive. And like you said, I mean, he was gone in the World Baseball Classic. He wasn't getting regular at bats. I look at it
and
this
again,
way.
That could be a once in a lifetime opportunity for him. I don't want to take that away from him.
No, I definitely don't blame him for jumping at the opportunity, because I mean, I certainly would.
Yeah.
But when you're in that kind of 4A spot, like him and Dahlbeck, and I mean, Dahlbeck had a great spring, but he's going to Worcester. It just kind of goes to show like where the roster is currently at, and those guys are on the fringe, and we know they've been on the fringe for the past 18 months now. So it's kind of more of the same, but at least, you know, if you look at it from a roster depth perspective, I mean, Heim's kind of filled out some holes. I mean, the Woo Sox lineup looks nasty with Alfaro and Duran and Dahlbeck.
Yeah, they're going to win the International League.
For them. Yeah,
is it still the International League? Is it still the IL? Like, is that still, or is it like AAA East now?
If it isn't the International League anymore, I will still be referring to it as such.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm dead naming the AAA leagues and whatnot.
You might be right though. It might be like something like East Division, but
it got changed like during the COVID mix-up, right?
Yeah, when they like cut a bunch of minor league teams and all that and reorganized, but whatever.
Now fuck that. It's still the International League and the PCL, as far as I'm concerned.
It's still real to me.
It's still real to me. Damn it.
But no, I mean, I just like. I'm actually, you know, speaking of like roster depth, the fact that Yu Chang is presumably going to make the roster.
Yeah, good for you.
I mean, I was shocked just based off. I know he went off in the World Baseball Classic, but then once that ended, it took him a minute to get back because of like visa issues. And I figured like with Dahlbeck's spring that he had, you know, Dahlbeck was going to steal that spot from him, you know, especially since he'd been playing around the infield anyway. But happy for Yu Chang. He's going to be a fan favorite. I can feel it. That's
yeah, he earned a shot. He wasn't bad towards the end of last year in the limited time we saw him too. So, yeah, I guess, you know, the guy who basically earned a shot. If you're going to be a right-handed, you know, corner sort of a guy like a Bobby Dahlbeck or Yu Chang, you know, he plays a lot of first, but he could also play a couple different spots in a pinch. You got to stand out. And Bobby Dahlbeck, if this is the end of him being a long-term member of the roster, I mean, love you, Bobby, but to quote Powerline from Goofy Movie, you got to stand out above the crowd. And
let me tell you, you know, Franchi was released by the Orioles. He and Bobby should head over to like the KBO, and they would absolutely run the league.
I'd take them on my NC Dinos, 100%. If they want to be Dino Hall of Famers, I'll pull for them.
So, yeah, I mean,
Dash
going
Brothers
back to like pretty much, you know, the Manny and Ortiz of their generation. But going back to Duran and Tapia, like it's just kind of funny to. It's sort of come like full circle since that moment where Duran lost the ball in the lights, because that was Tapia who hit that ball in that Blue Jays bludgeoning, and now presumably Tapia is going to make the team over him. So baseball, it's got a funny way of doing things like that.
Life finds a way.
That's a good way to put. Baseball finds a way.
Time is a flat circle. Whatever
Yeah.
cliche you want to name for that.
For
Also,
narrative purposes, that's something
that's
to point
right.
out, I guess.
My research team got back to me regarding the International League fiasco there, Liam.
Oh, good.
It is still the International League. It was known as AAA East for the 2021 season only. So good to know that the International League still lives on in our hearts.
Interesting.
They'll never take our International League from us.
Like, I mean, are there any like Canadian minor league teams in there? Like, why do we call it the International League? I'm presuming there's no international teams in that conference or division, however you want to break it down. I don't think are there any Canadian affiliated minor league teams?
The Vancouver Canadians are, I don't know if it's like Seattle or someone. The Vancouver Canadians are, I think they're like a single A or double A team. Vancouver Canadians baseball. They are, well, the fucking Blue Jays. I should have put that together.
But if they're Vancouver, it would make sense that your mind went to Seattle.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I'll give you that.
So they're the high A team for the Blue Jays. But as for the International League, no, it's
bit of a misnomer.
Yeah, right. All on the south of the border with America. No Mexican team either. I can't imagine there's a team in the PCL, Pacific Coast League, that is. Nope.
Very strange. Very strange. If anyone out there is listening and knows why they named it the International League, give us a shout. We'd love to know.
Well, the Blue Jays are in the American League. I guess you could say that's the North American League, to be fair, like continental.
I mean, we are in the Americas, so
it makes you think. So it's not completely far off,
Yeah, I mean, so they certainly wouldn't last in the National League. There would be trouble there.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the Expos made it for a bit, so
bring them back.
One way or the other, I think they will come back. I do think baseball comes back to Montreal at some point, whether it's expansion or the Rays relocating, something like that. So hold on, give me 1 second. I forgot to pitch that Lucy is coming on the show. So I'm going to take this next part here. I'm going to put it towards the start of the show, and then we'll continue as we go.
Smart. I'm gonna grab a tissue real quick then.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, it'll be a quick little thing.
Also, I know last week I was like, yeah, I'm working on a giveaway. Totally forgot until earlier this afternoon.
We'll figure it out. That's fine.
Maybe after opening day.
Yeah, we'll take care of that. Don't worry about it. Folks, we got a good episode here coming up for you. Lucy Burge joins us, friend of the program, will join us later in the show to go over some predictions for the 2023 MLB season. It's going to be a good one, and Lucy, good friend of ours, was very kind to agree to join us to talk about that and presumably get all of our predictions wrong. Or, I mean, some of us have to be right on some of them. Right, Liam? Has to be.
Yeah, blind squirrel, etc.
Yeah, blind squirrels right twice a day. Exactly.
Like transitive property, all those things.
Pythagorean theorem, right?
Yeah, it's first grade SpongeBob.
Hippocratic oath. Schrodinger's cat.
All those things.
Chekhov's gun. You name it.
MacGuffins, it's all the same.
Wow, my favorite local bar. You want to sound like you're cultured there? Yeah, I love that little place, MacGuffins. They don't know that that's the AMC movie bar. They don't have to know that. It's not really cool. Yeah, a little hole in the wall place called MacGuffins. Check it out next time you're in Boston Common.
Yeah, you ever been?
Lucy.
I was gonna say that's where the people that can't get into the TAM go.
Well, to be fair, the TAM is a pop-and spot because the bar's full. You see.
It's true. The bar's always
And,
full.
and it's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I'll tell you another. So, all right, now go to the start of the episode. And now I'm gonna I'm gonna throw it to Lucy now because we only got 15 minutes left until 6 o'clock. So.
Cool.
Just put that down. All right, do we want to talk to our pal Lucy, Liam?
Yeah, why not? I don't see why not.
You think so?
Could be fun. We'll see.
I think so too. Let's find out together, all right? Let's all take this journey together as we welcome on Lucy Burge onto Pod on Lansdowne. Our interview with her starts right now. And then I'll just toss it back and say, all right, we want to thank, and then we'll continue. All right, we want to thank Lucy Burge. Such good sport coming onto the show. We love her, folks. I love Lucy Burge, don't we, folks? I can't believe she predicted the Pirates to win the World Series. That was crazy.
It's a bold take, but hey, can't predict baseball, you know.
I don't know if they have. Right, I don't know if they have the horses to trade for both Juan Soto and Fernando Tatis Jr., but her, sticking her neck out there, making that call, I gotta say I respect it. And that
Don't count out Ben Cherington.
That right? Yeah.
Every 10 years, maybe he just lucks into another this year. Who knows?
Falls ass backwards into it. What was he doing in 2003? Do we know if he was a member of the Marlins organization under Dylan Davey?
Oh, good question.
That would be a trend, because that would be a trend. 03, 13, 23. I'm just saying.
I might have to look into that. But part of me wants to say he was already in Boston by then.
Yeah, I think he was part of the
Theo Jr.
Yeah, he was part of the front office for a little bit with the Red Sox before he took over as the head honcho. But you keep O'Neill over at short. The outfield, you add Soto and Tatis to them. Look out for the Buccos. So shout out to Lucy for that. Exactly. Yeah, let them cook. But again, seriously, thank you to Lucy Burge for coming onto the program. Would love to have her back on. Couple more things before we wrap up here today on Pod on Lansdowne. Liam, I gotta keep it real with you, man. I gotta keep it straight.
What you
It's
got?
been on my mind.
What you got for me?
I wanted to bring it up with you guys, and I'm sure Jake agrees with this. And if not, I'd like to find it funny he's listening to this and he's like banging on, the table like, no, I disagree with this, but doesn't have an outlet to say it. The Mass Mutual sign in center field looks like shit, my friend. It looks awful. I don't like it.
Oh, wow. See, I have a much more level-headed take on things.
Your level-headed take is going to stink, but go ahead.
I think it looks fine. I have no qualms with it. I mean, will I miss Johnny Hancock? Of course I will. I mean, that handwriting, that script, that signage, beautiful. It's iconic.
I like the old corporate sponsor more than the new corporate sponsor.
Regardless, millions will be going to.
I like the old form of capitalism.
This is like Bank of America replacing John Hancock for the marathon too, right?
Yeah, what happened to John Hancock, man?
I mean, Jake tweeted out yesterday they're in their flop era, so
they used to have
you lose the marathon.
They used to have a stranglehold on the city. Now look at them.
It's sad to see.
I think my issue. First of all, I'm just annoyed with Mass Mutual because of the fucking patches on the jersey. They look so bad. I have a bigger issue with that than like Jumbotron, but fair. I think I was a little hesitant at first with the Nike stuff, but it got to the point where I don't even notice that as so much anymore. I think they've seamlessly fit into the jersey. Still not crazy about it being, so predominantly on there, but again, it hasn't really bothered me too much. The simple fact that they didn't make it like a white patch on the white jersey, so it still stands out. It's obviously still there, but it's not so obnoxiously on the sleeve. That bothered me, first of all, with Mass Mutual. But going back to the sign, I don't know how to properly articulate this, but it's just another example of this bullshit graphic design idea that we get from corporate logo nowadays. They're all in this same generic font. They all look the same. This minimalist bullshit look. Every company does it. It's so annoying. It's just not. I feel nothing.
Yeah,
And
there's nothing unique about Mass Mutual's branding whatsoever.
it's five
Um,
circles, and
the the colors
it's
are boring. The font is boring.
what's the name of the font you
Altogether, it's
first
just boring.
get when you pull up Google Docs? What's the name of the font that you get? It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm pulling it up
Oh
right now.
God,
Google Docs.
isn't it like Arial?
I don't know if it's Arial, but I mean it looks like Arial. Go to Docs, not DOX, not doxing anyone. Um, the name of the font is stalling here, the dead air. No, okay, so it is Arial. After all that, it was Arial. It looks like fucking
Oh,
Arial.
God.
That's my point. It's just a
It's
nothing. Bleh. I mean, you got
they paid.
the signature pops out there in center field, or popped, I should say. It
I
stood
mean,
out.
good for whatever marketing agency they hired to put that together because they made out like bandits.
It's like they forgot they had the deadline submission due. It's like they realized, oh shit,
Pretty
we
much.
have to come up with Mass Mutual's logo in 10 minutes because that's when the meeting is. Johnson over there forgot about it. He slept in and forgot to make it. Can we get a third grader who knows how to work PowerPoint to do this logo for us? And that's what they present, and Mass Mutual is like, we love it. Sign on. It's a nothing
Needed.
logo. It's nothing to it.
But I mean, going back to like the jersey patches, and I know you and I can both attest as footy heads, um, like at least try to make it blend in with the rest of the jersey.
Right.
Like it just looks obnoxious. I mean, not that the colors are, out of this world. Like Mass Mutual, it's navy blue and white. Like okay, we can make that work, but at the same time, it's just like it looks off. I mean,
Right.
will I notice? Will I notice it? Will I even think of it a week from now? Probably not.
But you might. It
it'll
stands out that poorly. It's that much of a huge random blue patch on an otherwise red and white jersey primarily. It's ugh. Like I understand, the blue matches with the red and whatnot. That's part of the color scheme for the team. But it's I don't know. I hate it. I can't stand it.
I've yet to, off the top of my head, I think like the Diamondbacks and the Padres have done it well, where it just kind
The
of
Diamondbacks have not. Are you kidding me? The Diamondbacks looks
it,
horrible. It looks worse than the Red Sox one.
maybe that's why I was remembering it then. But
The
maybe it's the
Motorola
Padres
one is
then.
fine. It's fucking
fine.
massive. The Motorola, but at least that's the same color as the team. It blends in with the brown. You know
Right,
what I mean? At least
exactly.
They kind of incorporate it into the jersey already. It's brown pinstripes on the white homes. I'd say it's a little too big, but at least it incorporates better than this Mass Mutual one for the Red Sox.
I think it's just the big square that's throwing me off. Like if it was just the Mass Mutual
It's
text,
such a big rectangle.
it would look a little better. Yeah,
It's
huge.
so big.
That's what stands out to me.
For little the font be not that big. Keep it as a patch if you want. Just a white patch on red font or blue font, whatever you want. For the homes, red patch on white font for the alternate reds. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just I think I think that makes too much sense to do, and they're not doing it, and it pisses me off. And their logo in general just pisses me off. And to see that in center field, that's just going to be so bleh. It's just, and again, I know we're splitting hairs talking about two fucking financial institutions and their sponsorship at Fenway Park, as if that impacts the game one way or the other.
We're talking signage, baby.
It's just indicative of a bigger thing that annoys me, I guess. I don't know. This corporate aesthetic that we're in, where it has to be as bland as possible. Everything rebrands to this nothing font. I don't know why that is. Oh, trying to look more sleek. Well, 5,000 other companies have done it already. You're not looking innovative or sleek by doing that. It looks fucking boring, is what it does. So, I don't know. That I just wanted to ramble on about that.
Did you see who did one today? Pepsi rebranded today.
Oh my God,
they tried to go with a retro logo, but like the font was off. I don't know. But who else rebranded recently? Oh, the I Love New York one is another one that's
that
getting
one
a ton
stinks.
of hate. It understandably stinks.
At least they tried something. I think it's a different looking font at least than freaking Arial.
Yeah, and the Kia one that was going around, I don't know, maybe a few months ago, where it just looks like KN because like you can't read the font. It's
Yeah.
absurd. But
Pepsi, yeah, they
that's
kind of.
branding on Lansdowne.
Yeah, right. Um, yeah, that's a weird Pepsi rebrand. Just go back to the one from like I think go like with the cursive one, like that old throwback kind of
Right.
go with the 2000s. You're getting into the cycle now where like the early 2000s nostalgia that's going to be in vogue. It goes in like 20 or 30
It's
year
true.
cycles. So you're coming up on that, right? I don't know.
Wasted opportunity.
It's always kind of a weird logo this new Pepsi one that they had. That was my
Sorry, which
stick.
one?
The Pepsi logo that they've had since like what 2010 2009 or so up
Oh
until
yeah.
recently. It's always kind of weird. But at least they kind of went for something on it. Like it's I don't know. That old '80s one though, obviously you can't tell right now, but this guy right there, that's a clean
Yeah, the
logo.
old that's classic. That's
And
classic.
and they're trying to do like it's almost like they're trying to do like a City Connect version of it with this new Pepsi logo, right?
It's their it's like the Atlanta City Connect jerseys. They're
Yeah,
trying
they
to do
just
a
so
throwback, but at the same time modernize it. I don't know. Did they stick the landing? To me,
yeah.
no.
I don't think
On
it's
both
awful,
fronts,
but
Atlanta and Pepsi.
yeah, I don't think the Pepsi one is awful, and I don't think the Atlanta City Connects are all that bad. But it's it's just could have been better. Had other
They massacred my poor '70s Hank Aaron era throwbacks. And
look how they massacred my scoreboard in center.
they did.
That's a horrible Don
That-
Corleone impression there. Jesus, I got to work on that.
Close enough.
Yeah,
I knew
are
what you were
do?
going for.
Yeah, right. All right, is that all we got?
I think that's all. I think that's all we got. Are you going to any games opening weekend?
Not opening weekend. No. The first one is that Friday Angels game.
Okay, cool. I got tickets for Saturday, the 4 o'clock game, but might be a little chilly.
Well, go Friday, dude. Duh.
No. I mean like I mean like the opening series.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah,
talking about
'cause,
the
like, no,
Angels
I'll-
series.
No, I'll be at 3 of those 4 games for the Angels because I'm a
Let's
sicko.
go.
But
That's right.
um,
Well,
not going to miss
Fishman
out
and
on a
Otani
chance to
being
see.
in.
You can't really pass that up.
Anytime
So-
you get a chance to watch David Fletcher and Brandon Drury and
Got to take
Patrick
it.
Sandoval, you know what I mean? Can't miss Tyler
The biggest-
Anderson, you know?
The biggest names in our game are coming to town.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Fenway Park welcome back to Hunter Renfro.
Ba-ba!
Yeah, they play the video for him. Clocks by Coldplay playing in the back.
It'll just be him dancing in the clubhouse and catching the final out of the wild card game. That's all we got.
Kicking
I
the
guess
ball over right field.
Yes.
Let's
exactly.
go out and I can't be saved. And it's just the they just show rule like 5B6 or whatever it is. They just show the entire text
Score
of
that
it on the
play.
scoreboard. Yeah, right. All right.
Give me your score prediction for this this Kyle Gibson, Corey Kluber ace off on opening day.
Let's go 4-1
What do you got?
Sox.
Ooh, okay.
4-1 good guys.
I'll go 5-3 good guys.
Hell yeah. That's
all I
right.
got.
Starting off the year right.
Got to try.
God, this is fantastic. The next time we do this, Liam, well, the next time we do this technically will be in a couple minutes when we talk with Lucy because we haven't recorded it yet. But the next time after that we do this with Jake involved, presumably, unless he's still in parts unknown.
Lucy's Buccos will be in town.
Lucy's Buccos will be in town first of all, but that's because it will be actual regular season baseball. It's been so long. I am so goddamn excited for this. Enjoy it, folks. Enjoy this. Even if the year is not, even if we're going into this Red Sox year with lower expectations, still enjoy the ride, man, because next time you're sitting there and it's cold and it's early December and you're missing baseball already, think back to the days like this one coming up, that we got a whole season in front of us. Enjoy this season. Even if it doesn't fully go our way, even if it's not a marquee banner year for the Red Sox, it's still fucking baseball. And a bad day watching baseball. Yeah, and division title, get the duck boats ready. A bad day watching baseball beats a good day doing a whole lot of other things else. So
doing anything else.
Exactly. So for Jake, for Liam, for Lucy, I'm Fitz. You've been you. Thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of Pod on Lansdowne. We will see you next week, and we will see you throughout the season, which we are so freaking excited for. Till then, go Sox, baby, and obey your mother.
Obey your mother.
Getting
Go
word
Sox,
from
go.
Jake. Getting word from Jake right now. He says, obey your mother.
Oh,